be in a hurry. Think before you count and stop. Oh, you don't have to worry. I will never let you down. If we listen to each other's hearts, fight will never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why. First time ever we're seeing it eye to eye. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye. If you're ever lonely, stop. You don't have to be. After all the stolen, I'll beat away from you to me. Look inside and see. If we listen to each other's hearts, God will never too far apart. And baby, that is the reason why. First time ever we're seeing it eye to eye. Yeah, yeah. Why we're seeing it eye to eye. Seeing it eye to eye. Yeah. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye. Love is why we're seeing it eye to eye.
Do you hear the lyrics to this song? It rocks. Rocks. Maybe love is the reason we're seeing it eye to eye. Yes. Well, good morning. Good morning. So I am redeeming myself today after last week and completely botching the announcements. I decided that there's a new way to start off. Not yet with announcements, but I have switched things up a little bit. So first of all, I'd like to welcome you. Welcome to everyone online as well. And we come here on a Sunday to remember who we are, that we are love, we are light, we are peace, we are joy, we are so wise. And we do this through the teachings of New Thought. The teachings of New Thought, which are kind of actually old thought. And our teaching is based on a belief that God as universal mind, spirit, intelligence is the origin of everything. And that there is a universal law of cause and effect that is operating through the life of humankind. As Ernest Holmes said, there is a power for good in the universe that is greater than we are. Yet we can use it. We can use it and remember that we are life, we are love, we are peace and joy and abundance and infinite wisdom, and enrich our lives and serve all of humanity. And so, in coming together on a Sunday, we come back to remember this, to be in a collective consciousness, to know who we are. And for that, I am eternal grateful. I'm grateful that you're all here today. And so I'm actually going to start off with announcements. So Sunday, next Sunday, April 15th, we have our first ever CSLTO men's group meeting. Woohoo! Yes, upstairs. So all men are welcome. Women, you have your own stuff going on. It is once a month. Yes, it is. And if you want to receive emails, go and talk to Jim after service, because he's really taken this on and is having, from what I understand, a really good time learning about how to put together this lovely men's group. And then I said, and I have a list of all the things the men can do around here. I have a to-do list. It's about this long. It's at 1 o'clock next Sunday upstairs. 3, probably, couple of hours. Yeah. Now, on Saturday, April 21st, is a spring detox workshop with essential oils, and that's with Rebecca Naylor. And then on April 22nd here, we have our baby blessing, which I'm so excited about. We will have 6 babies and 1 on the way that will be blessed. I know. It's going to be mayhem. You want to be here for that. And then also the same day, so we're going to have a potluck luncheon afterwards. And then upstairs on the 22nd as well, we have a women's workshop with Michelle Fournier, deepening your journey of self-reverence. And then on April 28th, from 10 to noon, we have Deepen Your Creativity with Shannon Skinner. Shannon Skinner has spoken here, and she's a delightful woman, great energy to do a workshop with. And if you want to deepen your creativity as we move into spring, that's a good one to take. On Sunday, May 13th, from 1 to 4 p.m., we have A Tune to Love with Green Holt. And this is an incredible woman who has been traveling all over America. She's been on TV. She's got a new book out. I think she's doing a book signing at Chapters Indigo as well. And she's giving her workshop upstairs from 1 to 4 p.m. Of course, we have our continuation of meditation at 6 p.m. and our Science of Mind study group at 7 p.m. We also have the Science of Mind online home group is willing to onboard some new members. So if you would like to be part of a home group once a month with Fred and Nick, where do I see you, Nick? Oh, right there. There you are in the front. Speak to them after service because you can get online and join in with them. Now, today, you probably have received a newsletter already. Our online bidding for our silent auction begins at 1 p.m. today. And we have the paintings that are out front there by Jamie McCrae. We have Sweet Bliss certificates, restaurant certificates, a night at the Delta, a night at the Chelsea, and schmurgling with goats. Yeah, schmurgling with goats. You get to go and play with goats, baby goats, like a whole herd of baby goats. It sounds really, really fun. There's also a Toronto bike tour. There's EFT with Carrie. We're still on the goats. There's a hair certificate with Walter, who does my hair. He did my hair yesterday, so if you want a sample of what could possibly be. There's tickets to Aga Khan, lessons with Brendan, our music director, who, for those of you who didn't hear last week, he is a Juno nominee and 2-time Polaris shortlist nominee. So, yeah, you want to take some keyboard lessons with him. There are also lessons, vocal lessons with Aiden, which are fantastic. Yes. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Aiden, for that. And Blue Jay tickets and more. So go online, start bidding, and the bidding closes on April 21st at midnight. Oh, one other thing. Would you please take that email that I sent out? You should have received it at 6:45 this morning that announces our auction. The link is there. Forward that to your friends. Get them bidding. It's going to be posted on Facebook and Instagram, so please share. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Aiden, and she's going to take us into our invocation song.
How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone fail to notice that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Let us take this understanding that love is the energy of healing. Light dispels darkness, not by combating the darkness, but by being itself, by being light. So with this understanding that we live in a universe that is benevolent, it is the source of all of our good, all of life, that this energy, this vibration of love and peace is what we bring into our hearts. Let's breathe it in right here, right now. Allowing our hearts to expand. Expand and send out this beautiful vibration. For as what was written so beautifully in the Science of Mind this morning, be aware of the energy that you walk into a room with. Make that choice to embody the love and peace, the truth of who you are, for truth always annihilates a lower vibration. It cannot live. A lower vibration cannot live where there is a higher vibration of love. And so let us say yes to the truth of who we are. For we are the light that this world is in need of. We are the love that heals. Let us reveal it. Let us say yes to it. And let us know that the universe conspires to make this happen. The moment we are willing to say, yes, I am here. I am here to serve humanity. I am here to give my gifts unconditionally because I know who I am. And I bring myself back into that beautiful, beautiful centered heart space and remember, yes, I am love. I am light. I am peace. I am the power and the presence of the divine. In each and every moment with every breath I take. And so, as my word is spoken on behalf of all of us, it is done. It is done as it is declared. Because my word spoken into this immutable law must make it so. And so let us let go, and be the light in the universe. And so it is. And with that, we're all going to stand up and sing This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out there in the dark. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And I ain't gonna hide it. I'm gonna let it shine. I ain't gonna hide it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. I ain't gonna hide it, no. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
I think I like this. Yes. Oh, I have the honor of inviting up a beautiful soul. He is one of our licensed practitioners who lives in Sudbury, way up north, and is such a delightful presence. What an amazing man he is. He is so giving of his soul. He works in hospice. He's always on point in consciousness. And we don't get to see him very often, so I'm so excited you're here. Welcome on up to the lectern here, Michel Do.
Yep. Thank you. It is such a pleasure to be here this morning. Somebody asked me, well, they've been asking me, what are you doing for your birthday? And I declared this a long time ago, that I was going to be here on my 55th birthday. And I knew it would be emotional. It always is, because it just is. That's the way life is. I show up and I take whatever's here. And so this month's theme is Say Yes to Success. No, it isn't. It's Say Yes to Kindness. But you can say yes to success too. So God morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone online. I think the home group from Sudbury said they'd be watching this morning, so thank you for being here. I would like to thank CSL, Reverend Helen, the practitioners, friends, and family, and the community for your kindness, your support, and kind acts during some very, very tough times. My baby brother's sick transitioned on December 21st. The tragic car accident that occurred on his birthday, November 20th. He was never conscious from his accident. We spent 5 weeks with him in ICU in Sudbury. There is no coincidence that I'm here speaking about kindness. I have never experienced kindness or love in the way I experienced it in ICU for those 5 weeks. Everyone was so kind. A kind word from the nurses. Pardon me. Everyone was kind. A kind word from the nurses. A kind touch from the doctors. A kind smile from housekeeping. A kind act from the volunteers. How I knew these acts of kindness were authentic. It was in the way it made me feel and everyone around me. I'm good. I've already done this, but I knew this would happen, but it's okay. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Ever wasted. A little thought and a little kindness are often worth more than a great deal of money. I've learned that. And there's something else I noticed at the hospital, which all these light bulbs are going off constantly, and it's something I noticed at the hospital was that qualities I most admire in women. The woman, I just admired it. It was the kindness and the confidence that I experienced. At the hospital, the women were so kind. She who plants kindness gathers love. I've been searching for ways to heal myself. And I have found that kindness is the best way. It just feels so good. Kindness starts at home. It's about living with integrity. Give yourself some kindness today until you're filled, and pass it on. Kill them with kindness. The sick was treated with kindness and respect in all ways. And we thank you. The sick will always be in our hearts forever and ever. Namaste. I got through it. So if everybody wants to take out their cards, and we're going to do it now. I'm going to say it once, and we're going to say it together twice. I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. If we could say it together. I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. One more time. I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. So we can all just let go of all that doesn't belong in this space. Just let it go. Right here where I am, goodness is. Right here where I am, kindness is. My soul is filled with divine love. I am surrounded by divine love. I radiate love and peace to the whole world. God is love, and all men are expressions of divine love. God is fully present right here and right now. There is only one life. That life is good. That life is precious. That life is my life now. Allow me to speak the truth of who we are, of who I am. I am love, I am peace, I am joy, I am faith. I love everyone. I forgive everyone. I love and I approve of who I am. I forgive myself. I am all that. I am joint heir. I have all of that. Right here and right now, I have it. I release these words in gratitude for not only this day, my birthday, your birthday, but for this life. We are so blessed. I release these words, I let them go, and together we say, so. Thank you all.
For a minute. Here, I'll give that to Nick.
Okay.
So, doesn't even tell anybody it's his birthday. So not cool. As you are a walking embodiment, a talking embodiment, a living embodiment of spiritual practice. And I thank you for that. And I thank you for your beautiful vulnerability.
Thank you.
And we're going to sing happy birthday
Thank
to
you.
So, they're just figuring it out. I said, it's a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, now I'm going to turn it over to Aiden for one of her originals. Ah, thanks, Aiden.
divisive, unkind, sedates our divine. Let your heart, let it shine. So cold and so far. No, it's not who we are. We are rivers, we are stars. So don't fear the wrong things you say, and don't fear the mistakes that you will make. Don't fear the wrong notes you sing when there ain't no such thing. To thyself be true. No, you have nothing to prove. If you got love, you have nothing to lose. So don't fear the wrong things you say, and don't fear the mistakes that you will make. Don't fear the wrong notes you sing when there ain't no such thing. And don't fear the wrong one you love. Don't fear that you'll never be enough. Don't fear the clipping of your wings when there ain't no such thing. Lost in illusions of who we should be. We're at war with who we are. But it's not fighting that we need. It's the courage to be free. Release your fears and find your peace. Yeah. Ooh, there ain't no such thing. Ooh, there ain't no such thing. Yeah. Ooh, there ain't no such thing. Yeah. Don't fear the wrong things you say, and don't fear the mistakes that you will make. Don't fear the wrong notes you sing when there ain't no such thing. Yeah. Don't fear the wrong one you love, no. And don't fear you'll never be enough. Yeah. Don't fear the clipping of your wings when there ain't no such thing. No, there ain't no. Said there ain't no. Said there ain't no such thing. No such thing. No such thing. No such thing.
Whoa. Well, there ain't no such thing. Oh, to give up all the fighting and to step into a new frontier. And no, this is not a Star Wars talk. Or Star Trek. No, we are stepping into a new frontier to use our minds to ask questions, complex questions, as to why are we suffering? Why is there so much suffering in the world? And my God, this week has been, there's lots of stuff. And Michelle, you have walked your journey over the last 4 months, 5 months with such grace. We all experience suffering. But now, instead of going outside of ourselves and asking people, so how do I heal? So how do I heal? So what do I do? let's go within. Let's go within and understand that our vitality exists within the combination of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being and integration. We must come back into wholeness and understand and embrace our wholeness of who we are first, and then be open at the top to receiving information and help from others. But don't go out there first. Come back into yourself and say, wow, within me there exists a power, a presence that is eternal, flows through me. It is connected to something incredibly divine and vast that is part of a universal consciousness where I can say, oh yeah, I'm part of something that brings me healing, that revealing of love. That's what healing is. It's not curing and fixing from the outside. So there is nothing that is broken about you. Yes, we experience deep sadness and loss and tragedy in our lives. Absolutely. And yeah, sometimes we kind of mess stuff up too through our conditioning. But we don't have to fix ourselves. We need to start revealing the love. We need to stop fighting so much to get the answer. It's already within us. We just need to open ourselves up, open up our hearts, open up our minds at the top, as Ernest Holmes says. Dis-ease does not just sort of descend upon us out of nowhere. Oh, all of a sudden, I have a dis-ease, which, whether that be physical, mental, or emotional, it's a combination of all of our choices and our beliefs that we are aware of and also unaware of over a lifetime. So it's all happening. And yet our consciousness, when we come back into knowing who we are, we have the ability to create health and wealth and loving relationships and express ourselves creatively every single day, if we choose. And that's the caveat. It is truly our choice. It is our choice. So my question to you today is, do you want to continue to pass on in your life suffering or wisdom? Suffering, wisdom. That's your choice. Well, historically, there's been a lot of choice to pass on suffering. And it goes down to what came to me was like, oh, the sins of the parents shall be visited upon the children. Really? No. How about the kindness and abundance of love shall be visited upon the children? The kindness and abundance of love. Let's pass that on. I want to read a quote to you that I actually wrote I read in the Spiritual Laws of Success class on Monday night, which is why you were thinking, say yes to success, because he's in that, Michelle's class. And it says, everyone has the birthright to enjoy abiding peace and unbounded joy, which is the essential nature of our soul. Everybody already possesses the capacity of enjoying because it's already there in the recess of everybody's heart. Nothing outside can stop us from enjoying lasting peace and permanent joy for life. That's the essential nature of the soul. The doors of Satchit Ananda, pure bliss, consciousness, are wide open for one and all. That's by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And, It really is, choice is the fundamental power of our human experience on earth. I mean, as human beings, we have choice. We have choice in each and every moment. And it's not always just about those big choices, right? About, oh, who shall I marry? Or, what job should I take? Should I buy a house or a condo? What's better for the market? What's going to give me a better return? Mm-mm. No, 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 no. It's the choices we make, those subtle decisions that we make each and every day from the moment we wake up. From the moment we wake up and we start going about our day. Do I wake up and say, oh, okay, now I have to go to work. Now I have to do this. Oh, the kitchen's a mess. I have to clean up the kitchen or whatever. Or do I say, today is another day that I get to be alive on this earth plane, and I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. So, Spirit, how can I make the most out of my day? And how may I serve? So, this thing came to me, and one of the things that I do in classes, I set people up in prayer partners. And so I usually set up the practitioners with somebody who's less experienced in praying and treating because they don't know and they don't know the steps. But one of the ways I teach the steps is remembering, are you ready to receive? R is the recognition that there's only one power and presence. U, unification. I am it. I am this power and presence. Are you ready to receive? The ready part is the realization that whatever I desire is created twice. So the moment I acknowledge who I am in mind, already there in mind, it just has to come into form. So then the T, two, is for thanksgiving. Thank you, it's already done in mind. And then the last part, receive. And I went, that's kind of egocentric. It's all about receiving. And it's so funny because when people first learn to pray, it's like, oh, good, I'm going to demonstrate a parking spot. Oh, I'm going to demonstrate more money. Oh, I'm going to demonstrate all this stuff from the outside. I'm going to start receiving from the outside. I'm like, nah, I'm changing it. Are you ready to serve? Because the whole idea is we are here to serve one another. It's not about getting. I think, what generation was that? The 80s? The 90s? Help me out here, I don't know. The 90s? The 90s. The me generation. No, we're evolving beyond that now. And you look at the younger kids, they're evolving beyond that. It's how may I serve the consciousness of humanity? So are you ready to serve from that place of loving kindness in your heart? Because there are consequences for every choice we make. And, we think that as we demonstrate, it makes us more successful. It's one of the things about this teaching. It's like, yeah, I'm demonstrating more and more and more. And it really gave the whole law of attraction thing a really bad rap because it was all about attracting more. And, well, that we don't have to figure that part out. That happens as our beingness expands and we serve. That's what we talk about in terms of the giving and receiving. The more that we give, we receive the abundance of love and joy and grace and happiness. We don't have to get it first. And so in the 7 spiritual laws of success, success is defined as the continued expansion of happiness, the progressive realization of worthy goals, the ability to fulfill your desires with ease. Remember, you don't have to combat the darkness. Be the light so that you can be in ease and flow. the abundant flow of all good things to you. It is a journey, not a destination, and we're all on this journey together. And success does include, of course, material possessions and good health and vitality and joy and prosperity, but we must also nurture the seeds of divinity within us. And true success is the experience, and imagine experiencing this every day. It is the experience of the miraculous. Imagine if we opened our eyes and we realized that eyes first thing in the morning, that is a miracle. And we started our day from there. We'd be seeing our day very differently. So, how do you do all this? I got 3 things for you. One is the decision to live with integrity. In other words, walk your talk. That means not compromising yourself. It was like what I said last week. There's a difference between being kind and nice. Be kind. Nice is to, get approval from everybody else or to keep the peace. And be integrity and be honest with yourself. I love what Carolyn Mace says. Liars don't heal. If you're lying to yourself, you don't heal. So be in truth. Lying to yourself is all that negative self-talk, beating yourself up over and over and over again. That is not telling the truth of who you are. Be truthful with yourself and start to really know the truth of who you are. And if there's some mess out here you got to clean up, okay, you got to clean it up. But do it from love. Do it from a place of self-love and self-kindness. And, ask yourself, how do I hold myself accountable for the collective soul of humanity? We are all accountable for that collective soul of humanity. Because if I'm beating myself up and I'm hurting myself and others, that has an effect somewhere else in the world. I am not in support of raising the vibration on this planet. And humanity, it's needing a little help these days. So be really clear. I'm here to serve the collective soul of humanity and reflect on the quality of choices that you are making moment by moment by moment. Because it's not just about being that nice person or that good person, but living that conscious, spiritual life. It's about also, second one, choose to share your wisdom versus your pain. We're all real good at, having our pity parties about our pain. But again, what do we want to pass on? Share your wisdom. The path to healing is when we can share our wisdom and really support other people in finding that wisdom within themselves versus seeing people as victims and incapable of healing. That, they must need my help. No. They need you to see the absolute divine in them at all times. That's unwavering. So that they then know that they have that beautiful power within them to get themselves out of that hole. And, it doesn't remove the grief and the suffering. Put me on. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. And the third thing is start taking a risk. Take some risks in your life. If you're playing really small and you just don't want to take a risk, this is where the marbles come in, the green marbles. For those of you who don't know, there's a whole tray of green marbles out on the table, and take some marbles and go out there and really take some steps to do some loving acts of kindness for others, and then give them the marble and invite them to also do some acts of kindness. And I did have a conversation with somebody last week who said, well, I could do that part, but it's really risky for me to hand somebody a green marble and say, go do some acts of kindness. I'm like, all the more reason why you should. Do it. Do it. Take that risk and really step out and spread that kindness. So make sure if you don't have marbles in your pocket that you're getting some marbles before you leave. And start spreading that kindness. Start spreading that love. You know, often we won't do it because we feel like we'll be humiliated or we'll look really stupid. Well, who cares? Go and do it. Go and do it. You know, there's so much potentiality in each one of us to expand our minds and to live these full, rich lives so that we're not looking back on our life, it is not going to be the stuff we accumulated from the outside that we're going to be thinking about. What we're really going to be tapped into is, how much did I serve? How much love did I give? How much kindness? How did I contribute to the consciousness of humanity and raise it up in my lifetime? So that's the place where you can start to step out and take those risks and really stretch yourself and try it on, see how it feels. Oh, there's one more thing. There's one more thing I want you to be aware of, and that is release the words blame, entitlement, and righteousness. Because when you are in blame, when you are in entitlement, when you are in righteousness, you have just moved into a place of indifference. I'm right, and I'd rather be right than happy. Release the blame. Everyone who shows up in our experience is a divine gift for our learning. Everyone. I'm not looking at specific people out there at all. And so to be able to release those words, let them go, because they erode the quality of our life, and they make our vocabulary toxic. And when our vocabulary is toxic, it affects the vibration of your own neurology. So your thoughts, your words, your frequencies, be impeccable and step into that higher vibration. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much you visualize, how much you pray, how much you contemplate, how much you meditate. If you have those toxic thoughts and ideas in your mind, then you're not going to heal. So be really aware of every single choice you are making in your mind about what you're thinking about yourself, what you're thinking about somebody else, and stretch yourself and start doing those acts of kindness and see how you feel. And I know I've already heard some really interesting stories about what's happened to people when they've been doing their acts of kindness. And I'll just tell you, my marble, I got to take a risk with it because it just keeps circulating in my house. I found it on the top of an ice cream container. It was taped on. I'm like, is that kindness for you, honey, or is that kindness for me? And then I took the marble and I bought Derek ice cream and taped it on the top of the ice cream container. And then when he got it, I took it off and I decided, well, okay, I'm going to give it to our daughter's boyfriend because he's like so not into this stuff. So, but he got me. He said, I went in and I said, Jason, this is a green marble. Take this green marble and do something kind and pass it on and see how it feels. Just really try that on. And he goes, okay. And then he goes, I just walked to the store in rain for Mahala to go and get her vegan butter. That was my act of kindness. And he gave it to Mahala. And then Mahala said, Mom, I just vacuumed for you. Here you go. So I'm back with the marble. I have to go and I'm stretching this week. I'm going beyond my four walls, and I invite you to do so as well. And start to know who you are. Start to invite that in your mind and your heart and soul, and start claiming for yourself how powerful you are, how loving you are, and how worthy you are of living this loving, passionate life. Because there is a power for good in the universe that is greater than all of us. It is greater than all of us, and it is filled with pure potentiality, pure joy, pure wisdom, and grace. And it is yours to use at any time you choose. Namaste. And I'm going to call the band up. It is talking about service. You know, conscious giving is service in action. And so I invite you to take out what you have to give to the center. And we have a blessing that we're going to do. And so hold this in your hands. And if you have your card, you can read it along on your card if you're an auto tither. And it says, divine love honors my gift. Divine love honors my gift. I joyfully give to my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I joyfully give to my spiritual center, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am grateful for all my blessings. I am grateful for all my blessings. And so it is. And I'm going to have you all stand up and take it away there, Aiden.
There was a time in my life, I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God wasn't hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. Let the faith I see the light. That I'm free in the spirit. Yes, I'm all in for God. Ooh. Hey. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm all in for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm all in for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm all in for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm all in for God.
Thank you, Aiden. Okay, just before you go, just want to let you know that we have new greeting cards in our Live Well store that say, love only, forgive everything, remember who you are, and know that the proceeds from these particular cards go to CAMH and Stella's Place, so they support mental health. So we have journals, cards, just so you know, we keep getting new things in the store all the time. Check it out. Today, I would like to say thank you, Aiden and the band, for your incredible music. Woo! Thanks to Lisa and Yelka, our board members, Tony and Linda, who did greeting. Margaret Ann is in our Live Well store. Tony did setup. After services, cleanup is Margaret Ann. And we have our Kim back on camera. Thank you, Kim. And then our lead practitioner today, Michelle. Thank you so much for your beautiful, heartfelt words. And happy birthday. Nick, thank you for your beautiful meditation this morning. Lena is our community practitioner. And if you have anything that you would like to release, go see Lena back in the room there. She's an awesome practitioner. And I would like to say thank you to all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. We'll see you next week. And we're going to take it away with...
Woo, sing a song. When you feel down and out, sing a song, it'll make your day. Here is the time to shout, sing a song, it'll make a way. Sometimes it's hard to care, sing a song, it'll make your day. week, everybody. Thank you so much.